I have 3 points that I'd like to enter, I think 3, into the public record. The first is that Iron Valley Golf Club has a legal right to build or create and operate a snow tubing business at their golf club. And I know that because that's zoning, what is it, permitted, there's no question that is going to be approved. I'm not here to say don't approve it. I'm here to ask in a public format how this business and its impact on our neighborhood, the community, people who come to the community, the roads, the snow, you know, the winter driving, the ice and all that kind of stuff, how those issues will be evaluated. And I would like to suggest that Lebanon County Planning Department has already documented in writing that the best way to evaluate something that has a level of complexity, environmental impact, it has operational issues, it has traffic issues, it has safety issues, it has noise issues, it has light issues, what have you, that the best way that they have seen in many years to evaluate that is what Cornwall Borough did when they formed the ad hoc committee. And the ad hoc committee, and I went to many of those meetings, and I wasn't a member of the committee, but I think I went to every meeting that they had. The ad hoc committee was extremely effective because what it did is it brought the developer, it brought the residents, and you had Cornwall, and we had engineers and experts, and we're kind of like locked in a room, respecting one another, and going through and listing the issues that could be effects of this business, quantifying what that impact might be, and making what I believe everybody concluded were reasonable decisions about this is the best way to manage, control, specify this kind of business that we know we're going to have in our neighborhood. So I'm just here to say I applaud that effort. I've seen that in operation, and I just want to enter into the public comment. That's what I would like to be considered. And I know county doesn't make these decisions, but planning department is kind of involved. They're kind of like an advisor. I know you issue the permits, and I don't want to get into how that's all done, but I expect that Cornwall is supportive of this because they came up with this idea, they implemented it, and they were widely recognized as this is the best way to do business. Those are my only comments.
My name is Jeff Steckbeck. I'm an engineering consultant. I am Cornwall Borough's appointed engineer for 21 years. Mr. Sheridan's comments were excellent, and I appreciate that he suggested the ad hoc committee. I served on that ad hoc committee and advised for the HMK project. He also indicated that meetings with respect are necessary. I agree with that. Professional, courteous, respectful, and patient meetings will result in, hopefully, a successful conclusion to this matter. I want to assure you, Mr. Sheridan, and the public, that the Cornwall Borough Planning and Zoning Commission and the Cornwall Borough Council and I will do the best we can to protect the public safety, health, and welfare within the limits of the law. Cornwall Council has authorized the Solicitor Cleary to investigate this matter to determine what those limits may be. And she should have a report ready for the Borough Council meeting on Monday night. And I'm sure Council will implement whatever she says is necessary to accomplish that goal. I agree also that we should try to have an ad hoc committee to work with Iron Valley Golf Club on this matter. It may not be something they have to agree to. Hopefully they will. The difference between Haynes and Kibble House and Iron Valley Golf Club is that within zoning, Haynes and Kibble House's proposal was a conditional use, which requires a hearing and requires meetings and requires conditions. Other uses in the zoning ordinance which require meetings and allow for conditions in place are special exception uses. Permitted uses not necessarily allow the municipality or the zoning officer to, after the fact, add more rules and impose more conditions than are already in the books. So, knowing Mr. Byler, being a good businessman and a good neighbor to the borough, I think he will agree to that, to sit down, and that's what we're looking forward to. So hopefully we won't have to come back to you with any more reports on this, that you'll read about this being resolved successfully, and thank you for your time.